The transfer window is just beginning, and today I'm going to tell you about the main transfers and rumors happening in the world of football. At the end of his contract with Paris PSG, Sergio Ramos will have a lucrative proposal in hand from Al Hilal in Saudi Arabia, capable of surpassing the earnings of the Spanish defender in the French capital. According to the newspaper AS, the Middle Eastern club is willing to offer something like €30 million net annually to Ramos, a figure that could even reach €50 million. At a time when Paris SG is in a dilemma between extending the stay of the Spanish international at Parc des Princes or seeing him leave on a free transfer, another obstacle arises, as even for the wealthy French champions, the value proposed by the Saudi team is prohibitive to match. Determined to bring more visibility to football, the officials in that Asian country see Ramos, just like Cristiano Ronaldo, as a quick and effective way to improve the image of the beautiful game. It is now up to the esteemed player of Paris SG to decide between continuing in European football or embarking on a new adventure in a peripheral league. In nearly 2 seasons with the French club, Sergio Ramos has played 49 games, scored 4 goals, and provided 1 assist in all competitions. Real Madrid is interested in signing Alphonso Davies from Bayern Munich for the upcoming season. Spanish newspaper Marca has reported that the Merengues have contacted the German club to try and reach an agreement for the player. The initial response from Bayern has not been negative, which leaves the club optimistic about the possibility of a deal in the European winter transfer window, which opens in July. Bayern's intention is to keep Alphonso Davies in the team, but considering the player's refusal to renew his contract with the Bavarians, his departure cannot be ruled out. The Canadian's current contract expires in 2025. Real Madrid is looking for a left-back to strengthen the position, which currently only has Ferland Mendy since the departure of Marcelo. Due to injuries suffered by the French player, midfielder Eduardo Camavinga has been improvised in that position. Alphonso Davies has been with Bayern since 2018. In the current season, he has scored 3 goals and provided 8 assists in 38 matches played for the Bavarian club. Key player for Pep Guardiola's Manchester City, midfielder Bernardo Silva wants to leave the club. This is indicated by the French newspaper L'Equipe, which reports that the player is a target for PSG and is one of the most desired names by sporting director Luis Campos. The newspaper states that the 28-year-old had already expressed his desire to leave City last season in a conversation with the club's management. However, he was convinced to stay and played a significant role in the current season, even being utilized in defensive assignments and occasionally deployed as a fullback. Bernardo still has 2 years left on his contract and recently indicated that he would hold talks with City at the end of the season. According to L'Equipe, PSG is keeping a close eye on him. He is one of the names that appeals the most to sporting director Luis Campos, who was responsible for bringing him to Monaco in 2014 when Bernardo had limited opportunities at Benfica. The newspaper also emphasizes that the player himself is very receptive to PSG's interest, including the desire to live in Paris. It is reported that he has already gathered information about the city. However, a potential deal could be hindered by the somewhat unsettled relationship between City, controlled by the United Arab Emirates, and PSG, governed by Qatar. The 2 neighboring countries have had significant disputes in recent years. Manchester United is interested in signing midfielder Eduardo Camavinga from Real Madrid and is preparing an almost irresistible offer. According to Fischages and TalkSport, the Red Devils are willing to pay €130 million for the 20-year-old player. Real Madrid signed the Frenchman with the intention of him being a long-term replacement for Casemiro and a cornerstone of a midfield overhaul for the team. Therefore, they will be tough negotiators to avoid losing the player. However, if the transfer goes through at these values, Camavinga would become the fifth most expensive player in football history. He would be surpassed only by Philippe Coutinho, €135 million, Ousmane Dembele, €140 million, Kylian Mbappe, €145 million, and Neymar, €222 million. With a potential sale, Real Madrid would make a profit of over 4 times the amount they paid, as they acquired the player for approximately €30 million. Manchester United is targeting Camavinga after Erik ten Hag prioritized the signing of a central midfielder. Despite already having Casemiro, he desires a partner for the Brazilian in the midfield of his team. Since joining Real Madrid, the young Frenchman has played 79 matches. During his time there, he has scored 2 goals and provided 3 assists. According to information released by journalist Nico Schira, Mason Mount is close to finalizing his move to a new club. The rumored new team for the player is Manchester United, one of the main interested parties in his signing. Mount has reached a preliminary agreement with Manchester United and is expected to join the team until June 2028. The Red Devils aim to outmaneuver their rivals and pay around €58 million for the acquisition of the midfielder. In addition to United, Liverpool was also interested in signing Mount. The player is a big desire for Klopp, but due to the fact that the team qualified for the Europa League, they set aside their pursuit, leading him to choose Manchester instead. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. See you next time.